Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early January 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for my lovely Scorpio collective out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous. Wishing you all a very happy, prosperous new year. Let's get it going. What do we got for Scorpio? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always intriguing. But let's get it going. What's going on for Scorpio? Let's do this. Got it. All right, cool. So yeah, there could be something that's taking up a big portion of your focus here with this card. Maybe some of you are linked to Virgo when this guy shows up. I don't necessarily feel like this is a bad energy whatsoever, but we'll talk about it. There's a lot of layers to the Alchemist. Before we get into it though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the promo. Look at our friend here while he looks back at you. See, he has that potion in his hand. I always liken this card very similar to the Hermit. So maybe if some of you are doing a lot of self-reflection, this could be a very strong spiritual tie as well. But notice that illuminated third eye symbol. That's the sun symbol on the third eye. So aha moments and stuff like that. But a big vibe I always get with this card, aside from the Hermit undertones, is focus. So there might be something you are laser focused on, or there might be somebody that's laser focused on you as well. You might be under the microscope with this type of energy. I'm not saying that to be a fear monger, but that's just the vibe I pick up. Maybe some of you are wanting to achieve something for sure. It can also represent creation, but let's not put too much stock into it just yet. Let's get into tarot. I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. And yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in upright before we get that intuitive juiciness popping. So let's shuffle it up for Scorpio. See what's up. And yeah, I'm using the Smith Tiny Tarot. This is probably one of the most adorable decks I've ever used. I really love it. I've been saying that in every reading this week, but let's get you 3 here. So last week's reading was titled The Confusing Situation, and it does seem like for the past 3 or 4, maybe even 5 weeks, there's been some diciness around the Scorpio readings, which I'm not a huge fan of because, as a lot of you know, I have a lot of Scorpio placements. I'm a Scorpio moon and all that. But let's get 3 cards out here and see what we have. We're going to hope for some energetic movement here. Okay, positivity, optimism. What do we got for Scorpio? And yeah, only take this how it hits for you. There's a lot of Scorpios in the world, and you know energy is always flowing. It's never set in stone, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. Let's get 3. Okay, thank you. 8 of Pentacles. Got the same thing in the Pisces reading in the exact same place. And I will say this, a lot of the readings this week have been just like completely drenched in Pentacle energy, that earthy energy, which isn't always a bad thing. That's a big energy of diligence. Let's get 2 more. Yeah, there could be something you're really wanting to work on. Okay, we have the 5 of Cups here in position number 2. Yeah, this is someone that might be in their feelers a little bit, might be a little bit sad, depressed. Let's not go down that road too much because we do have to clarify. Okay, we got the Page of Wands, and you're also going to have a bonus this week, my friends. Look how adorable these cards are. Doesn't matter if they're sad ones, they're still cute. We have the Knight of Wands as your bonus. So interesting mixture of elements we got going on here. We're going to go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings before we get the intuitive stuff popping. So position number 1, we're starting with Earth, the 8 of Pentacles. As I was saying, this could just represent work situations, money situations, how you earn money, or lack thereof for some people even. But when I see this, it's a card of creation. It's a card of craftsmanship. So now's a good time to get those juices flowing, start creating. It's a big energy of diligence, putting energy towards something, working hard towards something, not giving up. So I really like this. It's one of my favorite cards. If it's not just a work situation that we could have a look at when we clarify it. Now, for some of you, you might not be too happy about your Pentacle situation or work. 5 of Cups right next to it. Okay, this card, a lot of readers call it the River of Tears, right? You see that person, they look pretty depressed. There's cups spilled over, but the beautiful thing about this card is not every cup has been spilled. Even if this person's not looking at the cups that are still standing, it's like all is not lost. So when we see this card, we do think of someone possibly being in pain, somebody hurting, somebody being sad, crying, upset. On its worst, I don't even want to talk about the worst case scenario. This could be big issues with depression and stuff like that. I think you get my drift. In its most positive, this could be somebody trying to see the silver lining in a tough situation. That's how I feel. So we really want to clarify it and see what it's about. Now, the fact that we have 2 fire sign energies showing up in the 3rd position and the bonus, some of you could be having issues with one at the moment. Doesn't have to be though. But we have the Page of Wands in position number 3. All pages are students, all pages are messengers. So whenever I get a page, I say, hey, you might be having some sort of talk. We have to see what this is about. If this isn't a younger individual, if this isn't a fire sign, the Page of Wands wants to do something. They want to put energy towards something, but they have a hard time focusing. And I just want to bring us back to this guy right here. Focus from the very beginning, right? Are you focusing on the right things? Are you not? Okay, I mean, that's for you to answer. This page can easily lose energy and lose motivation, but this can be a good card of progress and change. So there's a lot of themes. There's a lot of undertones here. Now, we're going to put our little guy right there. Moving to the very back end, we have the more matured version of the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, right? This is the next step. So a lot of you, there could be a situation evolving right now. That's what I'm just going to say. I feel like that's why they threw us this Knight of Wands, because yes, we could talk about the motivation to burn the fire. This can also represent somebody who's a bit of a party animal, like try to be the life of the party. But I feel like a lot of you need to know that you might be in a situation that's currently evolving. Like there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of progress being made behind the scenes, even if you don't see it. Because when I see it go from page to knight, then to like queen and king, I think of a maturation. So there is something evolving here. Let's go through. I want to get into the deeper nitty gritty here, Scorpio. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, so let's get a good shuffle. I mean, as always, this reading's not going to disappoint, my friends. I always say the Scorpio readings are always jam-packed with a whole bunch of stuff. So let's shuffle it up, my guides. Talk to me. This cute little deck. So yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 8 of Pentacles. And yes, Scorpio, if you know how to read tarot or you're just learning, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Scorpio, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Won't be stepping on my toes. Okay, 8 of Pentacles here. What's this action and movement about? What's this work and diligence? Thank you. Wow. I wish I could tilt the camera down right now, Scorpio, because this card literally landed on its side. That's the first time that's ever happened to me ever reading tarot. We got the Queen of Cups underneath. This is somebody, now, if you have a water sign in your life, that just showed up in such a way that I've never seen in a tarot reading before. I wish I could have tilted that camera. It's a little too far out of reach. I wish you could have saw it. But this Queen of Cups is a card that could represent you. A lot of you might be in self-improvement mode, working on yourself. And the fact that this card came out in such a way, Spirit might be telling you, like, listen, focus on yourself, work on yourself, better yourself. Yes, you might be a very kind-hearted individual. You want to put your heart out there and help other people out. Bring that focus within. For a lot of you, I feel like that could be the message. Spirit urging you, like, listen, bring that focus within. Make yourself a better individual first, right? We build ourselves up so we could give ourselves away. That's a big thing with self-improvement, right? Now, for some of you, if this isn't a mother figure, if this isn't another water sign, I still can't believe it landed on its side. Like, that was so bizarre. I'm like almost shocked at it. A lot of you could be working on your own emotional state right now as well. Like, you could really be trying to just like calm yourself down, work on your emotional responses. So we could have an undercurrent of emotion here. Like, all right, well, when this happens, I'm not going to freak out. When this person tries to get a response, I'm not going to let them. That type of stuff. So there's a lot of self-work here, right? There's a lot of self-work here, or self-work that needs to be done. So let's move in on that 5 of Cups. I mean, the working on oneself is a never-ending journey. That's what I've found. Let's keep moving. But there are rewards to be had when you get into journeys like that. All right, Five of Cups time. Why is it here? And yeah, she is a card of like fertility. It could be very prosperous as well. So some of you could be seeing like the fruits of your labor. Okay, yeah, there could be somebody that is either really not happy with you or you're not happy with them. That could absolutely be showing up here. I feel like I've seen something similar for you. We have the Queen of Swords in the upright underneath this Five of Cups. That is a very stern, serious type of energy. A lot of you might be one of those people where you're like, I wish I could just shut this off. I wish I could just shut this feeling off. I'm tired of feeling this. I don't want to feel it anymore. It's so intense. Like, it's making me feel very intense right now. And trust me, I totally get it, Scorpio, because I am part of the Scorpio collective. I know how we feel. A lot of you could just be in that mode where you're like, all right, I need to stop this. Okay. But once again, if this isn't you showing up here, wanting to shut off a feeling, wanting to shut off a pain of some sort, this could be somebody who is quite disgruntled. If you're not linked to an air sign or whatever, the Five of Cups with the Queen of Swords in the upright is very stern, not happy. Like, this is not a happy energy. So we're going to keep pushing. There's a lot of people here, Scorpio, like with all these court cards. I mean, they're cute, they're adorable to look at, but there's just like a lot of people. So there could be a lot of energies affecting you here. Let's keep moving. This could be somebody that is upset, angry, disgruntled, mad, you name it. Like, these are just not the nicest vibes. So we're going to go in on that Page of Wands. And for some of you, this could be an anger you're feeling, okay? Not just saying like, because you might hear like, oh, someone's mad at me. Why would they be mad at me? I didn't do anything wrong. Just apply it to your situation. Let's go in on that page. Why is that Page of Wands here? This is a very interesting reading. I say that every week, Scorpio. Your readings are just... And another person. Yeah, we got the Page of Pentacles. I'm getting the energy of negotiations being opened up. All right. I mean, there might be somebody trying to strike a bargain with you, or there might be somebody wanting to open up negotiations or talk to you. If there is a disagreement of sorts, there could be somebody wanting to smooth it over, talk it over. And I feel like I had a reading like this like 3-4 weeks ago, titled They Want to Talk. This individual still wants to talk about something, or if this is someone new, I'm getting that bargaining. So if you've taken a hard stance in recent days and weeks, there could be somebody wanting to like, all right, well, you say you want this, but what if I do this? Like trying to like make a bargain, try to find a different type of middle ground. Now that's up to you if that's something you want to do. This could be a very important talk as well, or a serious talk. When we have all these people and we have page on the back end, hot and heavy, back and forth. There's a lot of communication here, especially with all these people. Like if you look down in this box, there's 7 cards out on the spread right now. 5 of the 7 cards are court cards. So if that's not a lot of energies coming your way or affecting you, this is a lot of people that you're dealing with, okay? So let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Scorpio, because I feel like I could talk about this spread for like another 20 minutes, right? But if you look in the box before the shadow card, position number 1, we have the 8 of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups that landed right on her damn side. Wish I could have showed you. But to me, this could be spirit urging you to like focus within, focus on yourself, work on yourself. Some of you might just be in that mindset where you want to better yourself, even if it's just 1%. And I did throw that line out there that we build ourselves up to give ourselves away. That's the truth, right? We build ourselves up to a level where we could help those around us and help the world at large. But yeah, spirit might just want you to focus on yourself for the time being. Moving to the center, this is a disgruntled energy right here. So I don't know if it's something you're feeling or something someone else is feeling. If this is someone else, they could be upset. They could be angry. They could be mad. They could be sad. They could be depressed. They could be feeling all the damn things at once. But I was also picking up that vibe of somebody yearning and wanting to shut something off, shut a feeling off. Like, God, I wish I could just snap my fingers and stop feeling this. Moving to the very back end, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles in the upright. Lots of talking here. Someone might be trying to bargain with you. I don't want to say sweet talk you, but this is like very much back and forth, hot and heavy conversation. You could be having important or serious conversations in this time where there's just so much going on back and forth. There's so many people here. There's so much energy. Interesting. So please look into these further if you'd want, because all these court cards embody very specific energies. If these aren't people, we have water, we have air, we have earth, we have fire, we have the whole damn zodiac showing up here, Scorpio. So let's get you one shadow card. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio, please. Yeah, you might be a very popular person in this time, but there's just a lot of energy affecting you. Let's see what's in the shadows with the Shadowland Tarot. Now, this deck is not as cutesy as this one, but it always likes to look into the depths. So let's see what we can find for Scorpio real quick here. So I feel like this reading's running a bit long, all right? I always do that with the Scorpio readings. Like, it always runs long. I should really start doing bonus readings every week. So we have the Nine of Pentacles here. Interesting. And I had a couple cards flip upside down within the deck. The cards are acting funky for your reading this week. So if you look at the imagery of this Nine of Pentacles, you see it looks like someone's in a bird cage. Usually this is a very big card of self-sustaining, somebody wanting to do some things by themselves. It's a card of independence, lone wolf type of vibes, usually very sturdy. But notice this person looks like they're in a bird cage, like they're trapped. So in this time, you might be feeling a bit smothered, you might be feeling a bit trapped, or like your back's against the wall. Beware of feelings like that. I would say try your best to be a little bit more open-minded. Like, if you know what's best for you, that's fine. But when this card shows up, it can be stubborn when it shows up in the shadows, like somebody that is completely immovable. So Spirit might be asking you to just, you know, have a little more play, or just be a little more flexible on something as well. But if you're feeling trapped, if you're feeling cornered, that's not a place anyone wants to put a Scorpio, right? Because that's when you might lash out. So just beware of that, okay? You might be made to feel like you're being cornered in this time. So just beware of that. Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, adorable Smith Tiny Tarot. This is the deck I used in this week's readings. So if you'd like to get your hands on this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which one of the cards from this week's readings you thought was most adorable. Which one do you like the best? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.